Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history, and a thought for the day. And actually, I've just had a thought for today, which is that Father's Day is coming up soon. And I think this book of daily poetry, history, and thoughts would make a great present for any father, either by a child to a father or a father to a son who is himself a father, who knows, or a wife to a husband. I think it's a great present, this book, and I recommend it. You can find it on Amazon or the poetrychangeslives.com website, how to buy it. Anyway, today I am talking about a very great Russian poet, Alexander Pushkin. He's not perhaps very much read in this country. In Russia, he's still extremely popular, highly respected, and rightly so. He's sometimes described as Russia's Byron because he has a similar background, similar character in many ways. I think he's absolutely terrific. He's got that same sort of passion and originality and romanticism and lyrical writing skills that Byron had. And I think the two were contemporaries, and it's quite right to compare them. Pushkin was a member of the Russian nobility like Byron, and he was certainly a sensitive and very likable person, very well liked by the ladies, of course. He got himself into hot water quite often, as did Byron. Pushkin, however, was given to fighting duels on matters of honor. He fought a total of 29 duels, and it was only the 29th that unfortunately did for him and in fact killed him. But what a romantic way to end one's life. Byron, of course, his life ended in fairly romantic circumstances, pursuing the Greek independence. He wasn't actually fighting, he was laid low by fever, but still a very fine way to die as well, in the service of another country. Both Pushkin and Byron, of course, their poetry is magical and beautiful at times. I'm going to read I think a very good poem by Pushkin. It's in translation, but it's still very good, and it kind of reminds me of Byron's poem. See if you can think which of Byron's famous poems this one is not that unlike. Here we are. It's called A Magic Moment I Remember. A magic moment I remember. I raised my eyes and you were there. A fleeting vision, the quintessence of all that's beautiful and rare. I pray to mute despair and anguish, to vain the pursuits the world esteems. Long did I hear your soothing accents. Long did your features haunt my dreams. Time passed, a rebel storm blast scattered the reveries that once were mine, and I forgot your soothing accents in dark days of gracefully divine. In dark days of enforced retirement, I gazed upon grey skies above, with no ideals to inspire me, no one to cry for, to live or to love. Then came a moment of renaissance. I looked up, you again are there, a fleeting vision, the quintessence of all that's beautiful and rare. I find that very fine. It puts me in mind of Byron's magnificent lyrical poem, She Walks in Beauty Like the Night, that for me is the absolute tops. But this comes a close second, I think. Pushkin is a very fine writer. In my opinion, not quite as fine as Byron, but there may be those who disagree. Thank you for listening today.